Before the start of this 152nd Louth derby, Glenda Shields led out the teams, a tribute to her father Marty, who passed away recently. Hoban on to Meenan. Towell on the overlap. Cross just a little bit too close to goalkeeper Michael Schlingermann. Easy enough for him to make the save. Good tackle by Cathal Brady. Now it's David Cassidy, former Dundalk player, on to Declan O'Brien. Inside the challenge of Shields. Cassidy's shot blocked away by Dundalk's captain Stephen O'Donnell. Very important block that. Cassidy's corner, flicked on the near post by Gavin Brennan. And Peter Cherrie had to juggle that one before he could make the save. Good chance that for United. Byrne into the box, and it's away by the former Bray Wanderers man, Dane Massey. Cassidy with the cross, and Cherrie was stretching there. And this is really good pressure by Mick Cook's side. Cassidy's corner, Michael Daly's header. It's into the net off McNally, but referee Alan Kelly saw something untoward. Dundalk outplayed so far. Nice little touch there by O'Donnell, gets it back from Hoban, but the shot always over that bar. O'Donnell to Towell. John Dillon. And now Rossiter. Revitalised in the lily-white shirts of Dundalk, and that cross just causing a little bit of worry. Huge crowd here at Oriel Park, 3,324, that's their biggest of the season. Cross to the far post, headed away by Massey. Daly gets it back in, header from O'Brien, that's a good stop. Peter Cherrie tipping it over. O'Brien, always so dangerous in those situations, coming across the centre-half shield. Now a chance for Dundalk, and Pat Hoban, the man from the west, getting his cross in. And a chance for O'Donnell to shoot, and that wasn't too far away. Just past the far post, Schlingermann was worried there. O'Donnell with a fierce drive. Vinny Perth alongside Stephen Kenny, wondering what they can do to break the deadlock here. McCaffrey getting involved, over the top by Massey to O'Donnell. And he scuffed the shot rather as Alan Byrne came across to cover. Good flick on towards O'Brien. Back it goes to Cassidy. Did that cross come off the hand of Dane Massey? That's what the Drogheda United fans are claiming. Would have been harsh had it been given. Cassidy's cross, yes, it did touch his hand, but there was no movement by the player. Prendergast to Brennan. Grimes trying to go in the overlap. Good skill by Gavin Brennan. And Rossiter with the clumsy challenge. It's going to be a free kick to United. And Cassidy's the one who takes it. And Cherrie wasn't convincing. Alan Byrne had a chance. But you've got to give credit to Andy Boyle, who threw his body in the way and made it difficult for the Drogheda United centre-half. Watch Boyle here, the number 4. Good defending. Both sets of fans hoping for a late winner. Just a few minutes to go at Oriel Park. Not too many nil-nils between these sides. Michael Schlingermann bowling it out there to Alan McNally. Oh, Stephen O'Donnell's got it here, and Stephen O'Donnell has an open goal. It's a dramatic late winner, perhaps, for Dundalk. Drogheda United a better side in the game, but Dundalk have the lead with just 2 minutes to go. Stephen O'Donnell catching Alan McNally in possession and sliding it into the empty net. His 4th goal of the season. Just seconds remain. Here come Drogheda United again. Chris Shields had the foot raised there as O'Brien was going through, and he's already been booked, and I'm afraid it's going to be a red card for Chris Shields. Alan Kelly forced to show the second yellow, although it didn't look like a particularly bad incident, but dangerous play. So O'Brien with the chance with the free kick, and he looks down ruefully at that AstroTurf as if to say, I hate playing on this. The added time has been played. The final whistle goes. It's Dundalk's 13th clean sheet of the season and a huge win for them. That late winner by O'Donnell, the difference. They're now behind St. Pat's on goal difference with 6 games to go, and the sides meet on Friday week. A game you can see live on RT2. Final score, Dundalk 1, Drogheda 0.
It wasn't our best performance. Great crowd here. We'd want to play better for them, you know, and put on a performance, but look, it's not that easy. You know, it isn't that easy when you come to these matches, and it was a battle and we came out the right side of it.
We had a couple of chances, but not enough to worry the goalkeepers. Cherrie took up a very good save from a header. I don't think Schlingermann was tested too much during the game, and unfortunately it was a simple mistake that gave away the goal. But it's the end of a 13-game unbeaten run, and if we can go on that run till the end of the season, we'll do well.
Yes, well, Oriel Park certainly was buzzing for the latest edition in the Louth Derby, and of course it wasn't just because it was the Louth Derby, because they know there's a real chance now that they could be on the way to a title. But Damien, is there an air of expectation and anticipation around the club, because you were at Oriel Park?
There certainly is. I mean, for a club that I think they've won 9 titles already and 9 cups, it's a very great club in the history of Irish football. And there was 3,500 people there, and the first half was a bit of an entity. They had nothing to cheer. But in the second half, when the team needed them, the crowd came alive. It was a brilliant atmosphere, and the fans were superb. Now, that combination of the passionate fans making their presence felt, a bit of luck that Dundalk got at the right time of the game when too late for Drogheda to come back. When you put that together with the fact that the team were playing very well normally, you would think this is the side in with a great chance of winning the title. Unfortunately, I didn't see enough yesterday to suggest that they would. Drogheda's game plan worked to perfection almost. They closed Dundalk down, they stopped them playing. And if they're going to win a league title, if you're going to be champions, you have to have an air about you that doesn't matter what the opposition doing, we can take control of our own destiny. The team did through Steve O'Donnell, but the point about it was the crowd that got them going, the players responded to it, and it was a powerful combination.
But I suppose the complexion of it all changes slightly now for Dundalk, Stewie. You've been in title-winning sides, so you get into the closing stages of the season. The pressure is different now. There was no expectation at Dundalk at the start of the year. Now the expectation is there, so that changes the pressure on the players, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. I think the most important thing at this stage of the season, it's all psychological. It's effectively how you react to a defeat or how you react to a win. So it's going to be huge now for Stephen to see how his players react to that win. I mean, they've won a very, very important game. It's put them right in the hunt. They've gone, they're joint top now with Pats. But he has to assess now how his players are reacting. Are they getting overconfident? Are they a little bit flat, or whatever the case may be? Hugely important for the manager. He's done a wonderful job with them, I have to say, even up to this stage. No matter what happens, the job he's done there has been excellent. But certainly they put themselves in the driving seat. They
certainly have some excellent results for Dundalk. But Damien, it wasn't all one-way traffic at Oriel Park by any means, and they had to absorb a lot of pressure from Drogheda during the game, didn't they?
Drogheda were the better team for long periods, and the tactics were superb. They closed Dundalk. We see it here. The way the forwards closed Dundalk down, forced them into long balls. Alan Byrne in the middle of the park was quite magnificent. He won everything that came in there that was misplaced. His powerful presence in there, his determination, his passion, as we're seeing it here, was fundamental in Drogheda dictating the terms of the game for those long periods. The unfortunate point was they didn't make it count. They couldn't get that goal. Here we see them playing the ball out of the back. When you have to go back to a goalkeeper, OK, it's OK to go back. We see it happening here, under pressure. Not a great ball to the keeper, but he has to kick it out. But when you don't have to go back to the goal, when you've got good possession, you've got to play out properly. We see the situation here. This is good possession from the back. But watch the ball. Instead of going forward and creating an attack, they turn back, they go back to the goalkeeper, and they did that several times throughout the first half, putting pressure on themselves. And it came back to haunt them. Here we see in the final moments of the game, the keeper draws a centre forward in, gives the ball to Ali McNally, totally free, totally clear. But as regards what happened in the first half, he decides to go back. And it's catastrophic. And it's well taken goal that brings 3 very valuable points. But Drogheda deserved better than that. But the point about it was, if you're going to really take your quality to the next level, you've got to play out of the back much quicker and so forth, take control of your own destiny. And it's the only fault I lay with Drogheda yesterday.
We saw Stephen O'Donnell get the goal, but there was far more to his game than just the match winner, wasn't there, yesterday?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, Stephen Kenny spoke about the team, didn't play that particularly well. At this stage of the season, you know, it normally comes down to a little bit of individuality that's going to win you games. He was captain yesterday. He was excellent throughout the whole game. The best Dundalk player by far. Constantly looking to create chances. He always constantly found himself in that pocket where he was coming onto things. A little bit unlucky on this occasion, a wonderful strike. But he kept plugging away, looking to get a shot, playing little quick free kicks, driving into the box, looking to get something happening for Dundalk. Because as we say, it wasn't their best performance. Ultimately, in the end, it's led to him going down, closing Alan McNally. He's no right to make a 30-yard run to close down, nicks the ball, and a wonderful finish.
Damien, along the way, you need a bit of luck. Did you think they had a little bit of luck? Because there was the suspicion of a handball we saw in the match report there. Was it a penalty for Drogheda?
Did a disallowed goal drawn in the first half, which I thought was difficult. But I think in the second half, Andy Boyle handled the ball, and I think he put his arm out deliberately and got away with it. And those little things go in your favour, makes you think, look, this could be our season, all right, you know. They got away with a few little things yesterday, but they rode the luck. But as Stewie said, took full advantage of it, and I was very impressed with him yesterday.
Yeah, by the way, while we were looking at that footage, I was handed a statement which comes as a little bit of a surprise. We've just been handed this in studio, and it comes from Drogheda United Football Club, and it basically says that, to cut the statement short, basically they're not reappointing Mick Cook for the 2014 season. It's a very surprising statement which has just come out, and we believe it is official. It has come from the club. Drogheda United doing well in the league. They're in the League Cup final. They're still in the FAI Cup. What do you think has led Drogheda United to decide Mick isn't their man next season?
Well, I'm not too sure. One thing I will say, I think Mick has done an exceptional job over the last couple of years. Last year, absolutely no right to finish second in the table. Done a wonderful job getting to obviously winning the League Cup as well. And this year, doing extremely well in both cup competitions. I think it's important as well to look at the budget that they have there. I think they've won probably the third or fourth lowest budget in the league. And again, even the job he's done this year, I think, has been exceptional. It's an awful shame that there's been a breakdown in communication between himself and the club. Certainly, I thought he was worth kind of bringing them forward, but maybe something's gone on in the background. We don't. I mean, who'd be a football manager in this day and age? I mean, to do a job that he's done now and to be on the end of a statement like this at this stage of the season as well, it's disappointing.
It comes as a real surprise, you know, where it has been shown so many times. Continuity is so important at clubs, especially in terms of the manager these days, Damien. But you're a friend of Mick's. Obviously, this has come as a surprise to you. I can tell by the look on your face.
It has, yes, because often when you're a manager, you have a breakdown in communication with your chairman, who is the main director. And you don't always see eye to eye. You don't always go along with similar views. But professional people overcome those little difficulties because you look at the club, and that's the most important situation. And if the manager's doing very well, you try and keep him at the club as long as you can, try and make him happy. And sometimes you have to sit down and you say, look, what can we do to help you? Or sometimes the manager has to say, look, I can't demand too much. I know the way the situation's at the club. But Mickey's done a great job. It's a great pity that this has happened. And when you think about it, it's only going to be the club itself and the team that will be the losers in this one, I think.
Yeah, so that's hot off the press, as they say. That has just been released by Drogheda United, and we believe that they'll be meeting with Mick next Wednesday to make a decision as to whether they're going to go forward to the end of the season or not. But they do have a League Cup final to look forward to, and it was the manager who got them there, so let's hope he's still in charge for that very important date. OK, very shortly we'll see if Sligo Rovers could keep their challenge going after Tuesday's draw in Drogheda. A win was a must at Daly on Saturday, so that's coming up next.